So gentle exercise. जरा stretching exercise ने वो. صلوا على النبي. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. Brothers, you are requested to come forward. We are now commencing the exercise program. Thank you. Au. Aus. Achant. Vio. Na sara udah thayu time thayu exercise. Abbas Ismail. તમને કરાવું છે કે અબ્બાસ ઇસ્માઇલ કરાવે એક્સરસાઇઝ કરાવશો તમે ઓલો અબ્બાસ આવી ગયો છે આર યુ શ્યોર હે શ્યોર ઓકે share with him Abbas he's going to start with exercise a little bit yeah Acho. તમને માઇક જોઈશ Brothers, you are requested to come forward for the exercise. Thank you. About 15 minutes. Yeah. So.
In your breath, take out. Take in your breath, the other side now. Take out your breath. Take in your breath. Take out your breath. Take in your breath. Take out your breath. Take in your breath. Take out your breath. Okay, is enough? One. Go down. Stretch as much as you can. If you can touch your toes. One. Second one.
Thank you, Shamsbhai. Now, Brother Abbas is going to continue with the exercise program for another 8 minutes. صلوا على النبي اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل. Brothers, recite. Quran is being recited now. Would you please, keep silence? And you are very welcome to come here at the front of the seats when the Quran is being recited. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. سورة الأعلى. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. سبح اسم ربك الأعلى الذي خلق فسوى والذي قدر فهدى والذي أخرج المرعى فجعله غثاء أحوى سنقرئك فلا تنسى إلا ما شاء الله إنه يعلم الجهر وما يخفى ونيسرك لليسرى فذكر إن نفعت الذكرى سيذكر من يخشى ويتجنبها الأشقى الذي يصلى النار الكبرى ثم لا يموت فيها ولا يحيا قد أفلح من تزكى وذكر اسم ربه فصلى بل تؤثرون الحياة الدنيا والآخرة خير وأبقى إن هذا لفي صحف الأولى صحف إبراهيم وموسى. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful. Glorify the name of your Lord Most High, who creates and gives shape and form, who ordains laws and provides guidance, who brings forth the pastures, then reduces it to swarthy stubble. We make you read so that you should not forget. Say what Allah wills. Verily He knows the manifest made public and knows what is hidden. We shall make easy your tasks to you the easy way. So keep on reminding, for reminding surely does good to mankind. He who fears Allah will be warned, and the reprobate will turn away, who shall enter the great fire, in which he will neither die nor live. Indeed, he alone succeeds who purifies himself and remembers the name of his Lord and regularly prays. But you prefer the life of this world, though the life of hereafter is better and abiding. Verily, this is in the earlier scriptures, the scriptures of Ibrahim and Musa. Salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وأجل. السلام عليكم. إقبال भाई. بس. બરાબર છે તમે તમે કોફી કે ચાય પીવો છો પાણી થેન્ક યુ વાંધો નથી ઠીક છે اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وفوز عمري على الله إن الله بصير بالعباد I entrust my affairs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Verily He looks after His servants. Respected elders and my brothers, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. પ્રથમ તો હું શરૂ કરું છું અલ્લાહના નામથી જે મહાન દયાળુ અને દયાળ કરનાર છે ભાઈઓ એક બનો અને નેક બનો Hadith of Imam Hussein alayhi salam Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad and Imam Hussein alayhi salam said whenever God seizes the power of somebody He will surely free him from acts of obedience to Him and whenever He seizes the ability of somebody He will surely save him from the burdens. Announcements for today, Wednesday, the 5th of February 2025. Please switch your mobiles to a silent mode. Please keep your belongings with you all the time. Please cut waste, cut costs, and save the planet. Please note that there is a levy of £1 for the use of Jamaat cutlery each time guests and visitors are exempted. So please remember to bring your own cutlery every week. Anyone wishing to sponsor a full or part niyaz for the sawab of marhumeens, please contact any committee member. Full niyaz cost is £1,200. 2025 subscription of £10 is now due. Please pay at the desk. Members are requested to keep the center clean at all times and please ensure there is no food or garbage left behind and is disposed of sensibly. We are also actively looking for some new members to join our committee, Senior Gents Committee. So I have a humble request to please come forward and join us. This will help us move forward and make our programs vibrant with fresh ideas, which will be much appreciated. Finally, today's talk will be delivered by our two special distinguished guests from Peterborough, Dr. Hussein Jiwa and Mr. Iqbal Manji. I have great pleasure and delighted to welcome them. Please recite a beautiful salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Thank you very much for inviting me to talk about osteopathy and how it can help us. If I ask you, from amongst all of you, how many of you have never ever suffered from pain and aches or backache or knee problem? Can you just raise your hand in your life? I don't see a single person. My goodness. So it proves that the musculoskeletal problem is pretty common. And as we age, it increases. Okay? Let's share with you the statistics of the musculoskeletal problems. If you go on fact number 1, it says that the back pain is the largest cause of disability in the UK. About 8.75 million people have sought some sort of a help for this problem. If we go to the fact number 2, you will see that neck pain affects 1 in 10 people. And as we grow in age, it becomes more prevalent. And number 3, that NHS estimates that about 1 in 3 people in the UK may be suffering from chronic back pain. When we say chronic back pain, it's a pain which you have for 3 months or more than 3 months. Now, this is where osteopathy comes. Can I just hold on? Can it's not projected on the. Oh, no, sorry. Could you ask Nakwi Sabdu?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's come up.
It's come up? Thank you very much. Okay, we haven't missed so much. Okay. Now, let's say, come back to that. Let's say what osteopathy is. Osteopathy is a system of a healthcare which focuses on the diagnosis, treatment, prevention, and rehabilitation of a musculoskeletal system. It's a manual therapy which helps to reduce pain. It's a non-invasive. If we say non-invasive, it's not like an acupuncture where you have to put in the needles inside or anything, which you put injections. So it's a non-invasive, it's a drug-free. Osteopaths would try to get you off the painkillers, off the anti-inflammatory tablets. And it's a holistic therapy, manual therapy. Osteopaths would use the hands-on technique to relieve the pain. They use techniques such as soft tissue work where they do massage, stretching, they mobilize the joints, they give you advice on the posture. They do it in order to relieve the pain and tenderness, reduce the stiffness of the joint, okay, and also to improve the blood circulation where you have a problem, for example, if a knee or a neck, anywhere else. It also promotes the healing. When you say it promotes the healing, what does it mean? See, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given our body a potential to heal from itself inside. What happens sometimes, because of certain doing activities or certain other things, problems or whatever, we have used our body wrongly, we get the congestion of fluid or toxins in our muscles and body. What osteopath does, it tries to release the muscle tension, have the blood circulation, and provide that atmosphere to that particular area so that the healing can take place from inside. So usually, you heal yourself from inside. You may come that the osteopath has healed me, but osteopath provides you, your body, a situation where your body can start helping itself. Now, research has shown that osteopathy works quite good in the lower back pain of the non-specific low back pain. When I say non-specific, it means that we have been x-rayed and ruled out any other red flags of your back problem. So osteopathy has got a good review about it as far as the NHS is concerned. Now, what do osteopaths treat? Osteopaths treat quite a lot of musculoskeletal problems, including back pain, neck pain, headaches, shoulder pain, hip and knee pain, arthritis, have sports injuries, strain and sprain of the muscles. There are many other things that osteopaths normally treat. Sometimes they also treat people with migraine. They don't cure them because of a migraine. You do have a neck problem or headaches, they do help you out there as well. Now, we have osteopathy, we have acupuncture, we have physiotherapy, maybe other treatments. So what makes osteopathy unique? Now, osteopaths, instead of focusing on the area where the problem is, the osteopaths will view the body as a whole system, interconnected system. First, such as an example, let's go for a person comes with a headache, okay, or neck problem. Now, osteopath is going to examine not only neck, but they're going to examine your shoulders, your back, your posture, and then they will treat this as a whole body. And this is called as a holistic approach. And this is a unique quality of the osteopaths. Now, if I ask amongst you, make this more understand how the body is interconnected with each other. If I ask you a question, if you walk into a room and you switch on a light, oh my goodness, the bulb doesn't come on. What do you think is the problem? What? Bulb is gone. Think more into it. Would there be another possibility?
No electric power. No electric power, yes.
No electric power. Any other thing?
The switch is faulty.
The switch is faulty. Yeah. So there could be various reasons. The first reason which comes into your mind is, bulb mati gyo, bulb pati gyo se, ene aapne badlavi naakhe. Okay? But that's not always a reason. There is another power failure. Maybe the fuse is gone from the fuse box. Maybe it's right, the switch is not right. Okay? As we say, dukhe pet mane kutte matu. So osteopaths will consider all these factors when they are examining you. If he has a neck pain or she has a neck pain, not necessarily is coming from your neck. It could be referred from some other places. And always osteopath will treat you in a way that one part of the body would always affect the other part of our body because our body is one body. The muscles we share with each other. So that makes osteopathy as a very unique sort of a therapy. Look at this picture. How many of us can think about our future like that? What does the Surah Yasin, one of the verses says about? You're gone? Khalq afala yaqilun. What does it mean? We will reverse you back. That says where you are. So we know this is something which is going to happen to all of us, but we should actually gracefully grow old, not under the pain, aches and pain. Okay? As we grow in age, our body changes. Our muscles get weaker. Our joints get stiff. We get aches and pains. We are not treated, we all suffer from it. Now, there is where osteopathy can help you to alleviate this pain. I'm just going to say how osteopathy can help seniors. I put here about the seniors that if you're suffering, seniors are suffering from arthritis, many of them do, osteopathy can help them manage their pain and stiffness. They improve the mobility as well. The main thing about osteopathy is that suppose that someone has come with a knee pain. So you have come to the knee pain, the stage, because knee pain can be at 4 different stages. Initially, you got a pain, aches, and a bit of the problem is then bone starts rubbing, you lose the cartilage, and then comes this last stage, we are completely, rubbing with each other. But initially, first couple of stages, you are still better, and you can look after yourself, you do certain exercises, have some therapy sort of things, which can prevent progression of the illness, which can stop going it worse. Now, that's where osteopaths come. They will try to prevent it getting worse. They also reduce pain as well. As stiff joints are loosened, they work on your muscles, they put the blood supply, and it also helps you relieving pain. And I'll come a bit more. How osteopaths, what do technique they use to relieve the pain rather than medication, okay? And also by mobilizing the joints, your stiff joints becomes a bit looser. Let me share with you an example of a 70-year-old man. He walks into the clinic of the osteopath with a diagnosis of osteoarthritis of his right knee. He complains that on activity, pain increases. In the morning, joint stiffness is quite a lot. Feels very stiff joints. There are aches and pains. Now, what will be the approach of osteopath? Osteopath, as I said before, they do not focus on the pain area. They all look body as a whole, connected, interconnected system. So osteopaths are going to work not on the right knee. They will look at their back as well, because if the right knee is in problem pain, the pain automatically goes up, gradually increases, it goes into your back, it goes down into your ankle, your foot. Not only that, because that person has got pain in his right knee, subconsciously, he will be using his left knee more, left leg more. So he's building up tension of muscles in the left one. Now here osteopath comes. He is going to work around the joint, do some soft tissue work, bit of the massage, bit of the muscle stretching, passive mobilization of your joint very gently so that it can start moving. At the same time, he is going to work on your back. At the same time, he is going to work onto your ankle as well, your foot as well, and the other leg as well. Now, when I said in the last time, I asked an example of about the light. When you come into the room and you switch on the light, the problem could be anywhere differently. Sometimes our pain in the knee is referred from our back, from the lumbar area, L3, L4. That's where the pain comes from, because the wiring of that knee joint is actually coming from there. When is the fuse box? But that's coming from there. So osteopath will also work on your back to release the tension as well, to increase the blood supply, to do the lymphatic drainage. It provides an environment where nature, yourself with the nature starts working and heal yourself. So that's what osteopath will do. Then, once they worked, they'll try to work on your quadricep muscles, your calf muscles, okay, and try to release the tension. They will then advise you some exercises. So the exercise is more important for your knee joint. Whether you're not doing any exercise, thinking, no, unnecessarily strain, for like example, climbing up down the stairs or climbing the hill, they will ask to prevent it, but exercise they will advise you, gentle exercises, which is very important for you. When it comes to pain, I said, how osteopaths deal with pain. They will advise you to do some frozen peas, have some cold packs, alter the cold packs to the hot packs, that it reduces the swelling, it reduces the pain. So, and finally, they are going to advise you on your posture as well, and maybe if you need a walking stick or aid just to prevent strain on your on your right knee. So that's how the osteopathy will deal as a whole body. Okay? Sometimes some osteopaths may complement the treatment with photobiomodulation, which is called as a laser therapy. Some osteopaths may use ultrasound. Not necessarily they will use it, but actually osteopathy on its own is the hand-on technique. But some people will use to just help patients to recover. Now, this is what I wanted to talk about in a very few words, osteopathy. It's a vast subject, but I think this much is enough because it will be followed next talk by Iqbal Bhai. But if there are questions, Hamnal, if there are...
Any question from the floor?
Can I ask you one question? Are you an osteopath or a GP?
I am a medical doctor practicing as an osteopath. Okay, I have qualified as an MBBS, but I'm practicing as an osteopath since 1992. I have an experience of osteopathy for more than up to about 35 years. Yeah.
Very interesting talk. Thank you very much.
Any you had a question? Yeah.
Is osteopathy self-healing?
That's the question that came out, is osteopathy self? That's what we try to do. That's when we see, when I told you the hands-on technique which we use, soft tissue work, massage, stretching, mobilizations. This is what we are providing you. Say you have got a tightness of your joint and stiff joint. Imagine there are some when I say some chemicals which causes you pain, that's stagnant inside, that's stagnant. Osteopaths are trying to move it around, bit of the blood circulation, bit of the lymphatic drainage. What they will do their job. They will try to get rid of this congestion. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given you a power to heal. It's not that I have treated you, but I have not healed you. If you have a negative approach, you can go to anyone. Even a consultant, even after operation, you are gone. But if you are a positive and you use your inside healing power, you are going to cure yourself. We are just going to provide you that situation, the circumstances in your body. Yes?
Can exercise help you to reduce the pain if you have got arthritis or anything? And are there special for elders, seniors, exercises which we can reduce this kind of pain?
Yes, arthritis, we define it into inflammatory arthritis, just like people have rheumatoid arthritis, people have arthritis, infective arthritis, people have arthritis, psoriasis, all different autoimmune diseases. And one arthritis which we are most probably, all of us, we are going to go through, including me, is called as osteoarthritis, which happens as we grow in age, as we get our hair white, the bones are getting same time. Some people feel it more, some people feel it less. It depends how you have used your body, how have you abused your body. And for example, we all get arthritis. Now, there will be different approaches to different arthritis. We are talking about arthritis in the elderly people. Yes, it's osteoarthritis, very purely wear and tear of the joint. Exercise is very important, very, very important. You do gentle exercises. When you go to an osteopath, they're not going to give you the exercise which you do in gym or running like that. They will give you simple exercises. There are some exercises which are called as isotonic, where you tone your muscles. You have a little bit of weight on your foot, okay? Put an ankle like, back bins bags or something, and try to lift the leg up, okay? And building up quadriceps muscles. But some are isometric exercises, which you don't put any pressure on your joints or on your, muscles around there. But you build the muscles by just contracting them, holding for a few seconds, and let it go. Now, this exercise osteopaths will give you, it doesn't put any sort of a pressure on your back, because at that time you have to make it sure that it's your knee, but your knee is also affecting your back and also affecting your foot. So we have to be mindful, okay? So we give you exercises, mostly the isometric one, which doesn't put load on your knee joint. For example, if you go to a physio or the pain clinic, they will give you hydro in the water because you become wetless, your legs are weightless. So you try to work on that one. Yeah. Exercise is very important. It does help you to reduce your stiffness, to reduce the pain, and also to promote the healing.
Can I add one point? I think it also releases endorphins in the body, and that helps with the pain.
Yeah, endorphins is a big history, When we are little, babies, and we hurt ourselves, or maybe we grow a little bit of age, 1-2 વર્ષ ના હોય, નીચે પડી જાય, તો માં શું કરશે પહેલા? માં ક્યાં લાગ્યું? પગમાં લાગ્યું, તો શું કરશે? પગને ભૂસશે, રબ કરવાનું ચાલુ કરશે. Now that rubbing is sending you a sensation to your brain to release endorphins. Now, that endorphins, the child feels so good, comfortable, and it also gets pain off. Yes, endorphin does help a lot for your well-being as well for killing the pain, and that's where osteopathy comes. Hands-on technique. When I touch someone, that healing power is so much that we start from there. It starts working on your brain. Yeah.
Thank you.
Any
Was
more
it-
questions?
Yeah.
What's the difference between osteopathy and chiropractic?
As I said to you, that's osteopath and chiropractor. When the concept came of the osteopathy and the chiropractor, there was the same gentleman who actually introduced how we can heal our body. Okay? The approaches which osteopath takes while treating and chiropractic treat is slightly different. But the end, our result is we want it to be the same. We want you to get your back better. Now, chiropractic, osteopaths have got a palpatory skill. We have been taught for so many years, when I touch the body, I can tell you where the problem is. I don't need your x-rays or something in the initial stage. And we work as a unit was the interconnected system, the body interconnected. Now that's our unique quality of osteopaths, palpatory skill and treating body as a whole system. Chiropractic works, nowadays they are doing less x-rays, but they do x-rays and they work around that. One part of the body is putting pressure on the other part of the body. You just balance it up. The manipulation systems are slightly different. We work muscles more than manipulations. If we think that need the manipulation, we will click, okay? Or if not, we let it go. Chiropractics are more direct thrust, clicking, but end results are same. As I said, our way of working is that we have got a capability to heal ourselves. Osteopaths has to make it sure that they provide the situation and circumstances and environment to your body, that it heals, and as a whole body. Okay? Yeah. Yeah.
Can heating pad, cold pad, remove the pain from the body?
Yeah. A good question. There's a heat pad or the cold. Now, here we have to understand. Both of them got a healing power. Natural healing power. You use water, cold, or use hot water, or if you burn your finger, it's hurting you. Where are you going to put under the tap water? Cold or hot? Definitely, yeah. Because it's all burning is red. Now, if you have hurt your back in such a way that it's inflamed inside it like that way, like, are you going to put the hot or cold? You're going to put hot. If it's going to make it more congested. If you are putting the hot on your finger, which is already burning, what will happen? Now, when you put hot, what hot does, it relaxes your muscles. It does the vasodilatation, okay? You feel good in the surrounding muscles, but inside where there's a problem in the joint, there's more congestion. Because of the vasodilatation, there's more fluid coming inside. You are sitting in front of the heater, radiator, mari kamar bau dukhe chhe, હું બેઠો છું મને બહુ મજા આવે છે. ઉઠ્યા પછી મારી કમર વધારે દુખે છે. You know, but when you use cold on those circumstances, it's going to do vasoconstriction, number one. But if you leave the cold for a little bit more, for example, if I give you ice in your hand, હું તમારા હાથમાં બરફ રાખું તો તમને બહુ ઠંડુ લાગશે. તમે ફેંકું છું એને બરફ, તમારો હાથ આખો ધોળો પેલ થઈ જશે. હું કહીશ ના તમને બરફ નથી ફેંકવાનું, મુઠ્ઠી પકડીને રાખો, થોડી વાત જ હાથ બરવા માંડશે, આખો લાલ થઈ જશે. It's called as a rebound phenomenon. That's where ice works in a dual mechanism. It causes vasoconstriction and then it causes vasodilatation. And this helps like a pumping mechanism, which it does in no medicine will do it. You go and have diclofenac or many painkillers. They will work on the pain brain, but this has got a natural way of healing. There are certain places where you will have to have a hot. Okay? You had a cramp or something like that, or maybe you are suffering from rheumatoid arthritis, where the cold, the damp weather, warm will help you out. So there you have to justify because where to use cold, but both of them has got a healing power. Any other questions?
That was brilliant, mashallah. Thank you so much. That is a very useful topic, and with years of experience, Dr. Hussein Jiwa, you had a wonderful job. I wish we could have had more time. Maybe, inshallah, we will try to invite you further to give us a talk, a bit lengthier talk on this topic, because all of us tend to suffer from back pain, neck pain, goodness knows what else. That was awesome. Thank you so much for your very kind.
Thank you very much, Hadaba. Thank you very much for inviting me and letting me speak about osteopathy, which is my favorite subject. And I really love osteopathy. And I have been practicing in London, but now I'm only practicing in Peterborough because I had two practices in London, in Harrow and Dulwich. And now I'm based in Peterborough. As we grow in age, and the traveling time, and just let you do that. Thank you very much indeed.
Now, I have great pleasure to invite our brother Iqbal Bhai Manje to give us a talk on social services. Please welcome it with a beautiful salawat.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وبه نستعين وهو خير المعين. First of all, I take the opportunity to thank you all and thank Haidabai for having invited me and Dr. Jiwa here in front of you. I have been here before, many years before, during the time of Uncle P.K. Merali and the other chairmen that were here. Again, one of the things that I gave quite a few talks here with Dr. Jiwa, and I've come after a long while. However, one of the things that I have noticed is that there are quite a few faces that are no more here with us. And obviously, Allah na pyara thai gaya chhe. To apne e bata marhumin ne yaad kariye ane ek Surah Fatiha padhiye. Allah આપણા બધા મરહુમીની મગફિરત કરે આપણે દુઆ કરીએ ઇન્શાઅલ્લાહ. One of the things I wanted to ask you before I even dive into it, and be rest assured હું તમને ડરાવી નહીં દઉં aches and pains થી like Dr. Jiwa did, but in fact I'll give you some better information in the sense of beneficial information. What medium is better? Is it Gujarati preferred by you or English? Whatever you say. Je tamne. You're pushing it a bit. No, seriously, whatever you feel comfortable that you be, હું તમારા સાથે વાત કરી શકું છું. And in fact, better will be, I will be doing English as well as થોડું ગુજરાતી અંદર. Yeah? And towards the end, જ્યારે કોઈ સવાલ હોય તો તમે મને પૂછી શકો છો. Okay, a little bit of a background. Naziba is sitting here. He knows me very, very well. We go many, many years. I have been a social worker for over 20 years with the local authority, Peterborough City Council, as well as the Cambridgeshire County Council. I have worked with people with mental health, learning disability, sensory impairment, physical disability, elderly, adults, children, the lot. So to the whole spectrum I worked with. However, after that, there was an opportunity. I did studies again, and I became a registered manager via the CQC, the Care Quality Commission. Like you have registered doctors, you have registered osteopaths. Similarly, I am a registered person. In fact, I am also an allocated person. And it is to do with domiciliary care. Now, જ્યારે ડોમિસિલરી કેરનું નામ આવે તો ઘણી વખત આપણે વિચાર કરીએ what is it? So domiciliary care is basically a medium where it stops you from going into a residential home or going into a nursing home, and you stay within your તમારા પોતાના ઘરમાં રહી ને તમારી સારવાર થઈ શકે. જેના ડૉક્ટર જીવા કહી ગયા કે જેમ આપણી ઉંમર થાય એમ આપણી જરૂરિયાત પણ વધતી જાય અને આપણી જે એબિલિટીઝ જે છે એ પણ ઓછી થતી જાય. However, આપણે એ જાણ કરવું જરૂરી છે કે આખી જિંદગી, the whole life we have spent, we have been able bodies. We've been able to do everything for ourselves. But when it gets to a stage જ્યારે આપણે જોઈએ કે હવે આ મારાથી નથી થતું, આ મારાથી નથી થતું, તો હ્યુમન સાયકોલોજી છે એ કહે છે કે ભાઈ ના, મને કોઈને જાણ નથી કરવી. I don't want people to know કે I can't now manage this or I can't manage that. They try to camouflage it. They try to hide it. Yeah? But that doesn't work. Yeah? બીજું કે perhaps we are living, આપણે ઘરે રહેતા હોઈએ, અગર મા બાપ છે પોતાના છોકરા યા પોતાની વહુ સાથે રહીએ છે, એક્સટેન્ડેડ ફેમિલી, યા તો પછી એકલા રહીએ છે, એકલા રહે છે ઇન ધ સેન્સ હસબન્ડ એન્ડ વાઇફ, યા તો પછી વાઇફ ગુજરી ગઈ છે અને હસબન્ડ એકલા રહી ગયા છે. they are on their own and they need help. What do you do? Where do you go? How do you get the help that you need? So this is where social care comes in. And હંમેશા એટલે યાદ રાખજો કે our people don't make much difference. Social care ને social security ને mix કરી નાખે છે. Those two are different. Social security જે છે એ benefits agency છે, એ તમને જે benefits મળે છે એના બારામાં છે. સોશિયલ કેર જે છે એ તમારી પોતાની સારવાર માટે, પોતાના ઘરની અંદર સારવાર કરવા માટે. ઓકે, સો તમને જરૂર પડી છે, તમે શું કરશો? એવરી લોકલ ઓથોરિટી, જે કોઈ તમારી લોકલ ઓથોરિટી છે એ લોકો પાસે એક ડિપાર્ટમેન્ટ છે જેને કહે છે એડલ્ટ સોશિયલ કેર. તમે એના સાથે રાબતો કરો, તમારા લોકલ ડિરેક્ટરીમાં એના નંબર હશે. રાબતો કરો, એને કહો કે ભાઈ મારો ફલાણો છે, મારી આ ડિફિકલ્ટી છે અને યા તો હું મારી વાઈફનું ધ્યાન રાખું છું યા મારી વાઈફ મારું ધ્યાન રાખે છે, પણ હવે એના માટે ટુ મચ થઈ ગયું છે, મને થોડીક મદદની જરૂર છે. સો આઈ નીડ યુ ટુ કેરી આઉટ a needs-led assessment. Needs-led assessment. It is something that they have to do. કે આવે સોશિયલ વર્કર તમારા પાસે, તમારી જે તમારી વાતાવરણ છે બધી જોઈ લે. They will say, okay, towards the end, I think you would be able to manage with 2 calls a day. કે જેની અંદર કે કોઈ આવીને તમારું ધ્યાન રાખે એ દોરાન. Half an hour hoy ke kalak hoy, whatever they have designated. Okay, so and then what happens is that social worker will get a care agency. I have a care agency. Mari potani care agency che have Ayada Care. I have named it. It's a domiciliary care agency. So mara staff hoy. હવે મારા સ્ટાફ હોય તો હું જે મારી કેર કોર્ડિનેટર હોય એને હું કહું કે આનું એસેસમેન્ટ ને કેર પ્લાન મને કરવું છે, તો ફૂલ આઈ મેક અ હોલ ફૂલ એસેસમેન્ટ. ધેન આઈ વિલ એલોકેટ સમબડી હુ વિલ મેચ ધેટ પર્સન. બહુ જરૂરી હોય છે, કારણ કે શું છે, ઇફ યુ ડોન્ટ જેલ વિથ ધ પર્સન દેન there are problems. And we will introduce a file, it will have everything in there, and we will start the cares. And then we will monitor. અમે મોનિટર કરશું કે કેમ જાય છે. વધારે જરૂર છે, ઓછી જરૂર છે, કે ના છે, રિવ્યૂ કરશું. અને વી વિલ વર્ક ટુગેધર વિથ ધ સોશિયલ વર્ક. Yeah, I will work with the social worker all the way through. Sometimes જરૂરિયાત વધતી જાય તો we will do that for you. Okay. આપણામાં એક પ્રોબ્લેમ છે, અનફોર્ચ્યુનેટલી. એ પ્રોબ્લેમ એ છે કે ઇવન વી હેવ રીચ ટુ ધીસ સ્ટેજ કે આપણી આટલી અન્ડરસ્ટેન્ડિંગ છે, પણ વેન ઇટ કમ્સ ટુ કેસ વી વિલ સે ના 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 ના, બહારનું કોઈ માણસ આવશે તો આપણી ઘરની વાત બારી જશે. ફેક્ટ્સ ઓફ લાઈફ. આપણે ઘરની વાત બારી જશે, યા આ મારી વાત કરશે સ્ટેનમોરમાં કે જો તો આ ફલાણો એના બાપનું ધ્યાન નથી રાખતો, હવે એના કેર્સ જાય છે. પ્લીઝ ડોન્ટ ડુ ધેટ. ડોન્ટ ડુ ધેટ. આઈ ટેલ યુ વાય. તમારી વાત બારી જાય જ નહીં. વાય? બિકોઝ દેર ઇઝ અ કોન્ફિડેન્શિયાલિટી પોલિસી. કોન્ફિડેન્શિયાલિટી પોલિસી જે છે એની અંદર જેવી રીતના રજિસ્ટર્ડ ઓસ્ટિયોપાથ છે, ડૉક્ટર્સ છે, દે આર સ્વોન ઇન કે દે ડુ નોટ ડિસ્ક્લોઝ. હવે એ જે છે એ મારા સ્ટાફને એ મેં પોતે ટ્રેન કર્યા હોય. દે ડોન્ટ ડુ દેટ. ઇફ દે ડુ, દે આર સ્ટ્રક ઓફ સ્ટ્રેટ અવે. કોન્ફિડેન્શિયાલિટી પોલિસી આઈ એમ વેરી વેરી સ્ટ્રિક્ટ ઓન. આપણે અલ્લાહ તાલા આપણે કહે છે કે અલ્લાહ તાલા પોતે સત્તારેલો યુગ છે, આપણા એબોને ઢાંકે છે, તો આપણે કેવો હક થાય છે કે આપણે કોઈના એબને બહાર કાઢીએ. અને તમને ઇફ યુ કમ, there are going to be people who are going to not follow that, but if you come across that, you have every right કે તમે you can take it up to the CQC, you can take it up to, they can be struck off straight away. પણ જરૂરી છે જ્યારે આપણી જરૂરિયાત હોય તો આપણે પૂરી કરવી જોઈએ. હમણાં અમે વાત કરતા હતા કે આઈ વિલ ગીવ યુ a typical example so that you can understand. I hope I've got time. Have I got time? Okay, okay. So, example એ છે કે એક ફેમિલીની અંદર જે છે કેર્સની જરૂર હતી. પણ એ કે ના, આપણે નહીં કરીએ, આપણી વાતો બારે થશે, people will talk about us, we don't want to do this, we don't want to do that. Things were getting worse, worse, worse. It got to a stage where one of them fell ill to the extent because they were the main carer. Wife હતી એ પોતાના હસબન્ડનું ધ્યાન રાખતી હતી. હવે 24/7 she was, concentration. ના બારે જઈ શકે, ના પોતાનું કાંઈ કરી શકે, કાંઈ નહીં. All the time, all her. She fell ill. She died. She died. That was the main carer. તો અહીંયા જે છે એ આપણે બધા ઇન્સાન જે છે આપણે પોતે અગર જો કોઈ પર કોન્સન્ટ્રેટ કરતા હોય, જે આપણે લોકોની સારવાર કરતા હોય, આપણે જરાક બ્રેકની જરૂર છે. આપણે પણ જરાક આપણી બેટરી ચાર્જ કરવાની. જો આપણી બેટરી ચાર્જ થઈ જશે તો વી વિલ બી એબલ ટુ લુક આફ્ટર અવર લવ્ડ વન ઇવન બેટર. સો જરૂરી છે, અન્ડરસ્ટેન્ડિંગ હોવી જોઈએ દેટ યસ, વેન યુ નીડ ધ કેર, ગો ફોર ઇટ. તમારો હક છે, તમને મળશે, એવી સારવાર મળશે ને એવી જ ના હશે કે તમારી રૂટીન પ્રમાણમાં. એમ નહીં કે ઓલો આવે કરીને હાયલો જાય. They will be there to exploit your abilities. કે એમ ના કરે, કારણ કે ઇન્સાનની ફિતરત છે. આજે હું છો, અગર જો મારા માટે કોઈ કાંઈક કરતું હોય ને આ બધું પોતે જ મારા માટે કરી દે તો આઈ ટેક અ બેક સીટ. મારી શું જરૂર છે? હું સેઠિયો બની જાઉં, ભલે મારું બધું કરશે. તો દેટ ઇઝ નોટ ઇટ. ધ આઈડિયા ઇઝ કે ટુ enable them to do as much as they can. જે એ ના કરે એ એને હેલ્પ કરે. દેટ ઇઝ વોટ ડોમિસિલરી કેર ઇઝ ઓલ અબાઉટ. સમજ? અને સાથે સાથે જ્યારે એ લોકોને હેલ્પ મળે તો દેટ પર્સન વિલ બી એબલ ટુ લુક આફ્ટર ધેર લવ્ડ વન્સ બેટર. સિચ્યુએશન બધાની તો સરખી નથી હોતી. અને એઝ ઇટ ઇઝ તમને બધાને ખબર છે કે ધી એજ પોપ્યુલેશન, ધી એલ્ડરલી એજ પોપ્યુલેશન ઇઝ ઓન ધ ઇન્ક્રીઝ. વી આર લિવિંગ લોંગર. if we are living longer, our needs are increasing. અને એ ઇન્ક્રીઝ નીડ્સને આપણે કેવી રીતના ફૂલફિલ કરવી એ આપણા ઉપર છે કે શું કરવું, કેવી રીતના કરવું. હું ખાલી તમને આ એક ઝલક દીધો છો. ઇટ્સ અ વાસ્ટ સબ્જેક્ટ. એની અંદર છે કોન્ફિડેન્શિયાલિટી, મેં જે એક જે છે એ સેફ ગાર્ડિંગ છે. ના સેફ ગાર્ડિંગ જે છે એક જમાનામાં તો જે ચાઇલ્ડ પ્રોટેક્શન કહેતા હતા, ત્યારે એટલું બધું એડલ્ટ પ્રોટેક્શન ન હતું. પણ હવે એને ચાઇલ્ડ પ્રોટેક્શન કહે છે કે સેફ ગાર્ડિંગ ઓફ ચિલ્ડ્રન અને સેફ ગાર્ડિંગ ઓફ એડલ્ટ્સ. ધ ગવર્મેન્ટ ઇઝ વેરી સ્ટ્રોંગ, વેરી ટફ ઓન ઇટ. અગર જો કોઈને એબ્યુઝ થતું હોય તો there is no way that that person will survive going through the safeguarding. They will follow the whole process to the extent of being in court as well. Yeah? And I have had to deal with that. અને જેવી જો અગર જો સ્ટોરીઝ કહેવા જાય તો આપણા આંખમાં આંસુ આવી જાય કે રિયલી આપણી કોમની અંદર, આપણા કોમની અંદર, આપણે માણસોની અંદર આ થઈ રહ્યું છે મારા ભાઈઓ, મારા વડીલો, થઈ રહ્યું છે. આપણે જો ખબર નથી એનો મતલબ એ નથી કે નથી થઈ રહ્યું. આપણે એ લોકોને શું કરવાની જરૂર છે? આપણે લોકોને જાગવાની જરૂર છે. We need to awaken ourselves. We need to say to ourselves, yes, how can I achieve what I want to achieve? Nobody needs to know what you have to. Nobody wants to know your business. And the person who is going to provide for you, they will not do it. So I think for this time, I've said enough. I don't want to say too much. There is so much a brain can take. Pachi saturation point avi jai. Yeah. So inshallah, I'll stop here. Once if I get an opportunity, agar jo મને હૈદરભાઈ પાછા બોલાવશે તો હું જરૂર આવીશ ને we will talk more on the subject and go deeper into the situation. So I'll stop here and I will welcome questions from you people. Yes, sir. In domiciliary care, it's a very good question. Respite care. Respite care, yes, we have people where you will say, if somebody can come and look after my mother, so my wife and I can go for a week somewhere. The social services will provide you that. And if you do not want that person to go into respite care in a residential home, excuse me, you don't want that person to go into a residential care, the person will have a living in carer. The carers will stay there and look after. So that's it. Yeah? Okay. Any other questions? Koi sawal? Okay, good. I hope.
A stigma attached to all people. We go to care. We feel that our children feel that they're ashamed that their parents. But that's not.
No, Sultan, no.
Should not be feeling.
There's nothing to be ashamed of. There's nothing to be ashamed. You are right, Sultan Bhai, that the stigma is very unfortunate, and I always sort of say, and I was saying to Dr. Jiwa on the way, that we have adhered to our culture and not so much so to the religion. Our religion is beautiful. Yeah. Our religion has taught us a lot. If we just dwell into it. Risalatul Uquq of our fourth Imam gives everything. This is new to the people who hear it now. But if you look at it, our Aimma Tahirin have given us beautiful solutions to whose haqq is on who, how do you go about it, what do you do about it, etc., etc. Yeah? But we need to move on. Yeah, there is always jare jago tare savar. Inshallah. I think you know much more than me. You are testing me on that, but I will assure you that we can talk about it later on. Thank you. Ji.
Can you get better service in different areas, like brain gives more better service than error, and any sort of market?
Yeah, Yeah, it's a very, very good question. I hear that a lot come through me. Na pahuda viavasu, no, they're no good, they're no good, they are this, they this. Yes, but then always remember that if you are not getting the service that you should be getting, there is a complaints department. And that complaints department can deal with it in such a way કે સાપે મરે ને લાઠીનો અવાજ ના આવે એવું થઈ શકે છે. You can do that. Yeah? How do you know you're entitled to? Okay. So, when a social worker, say the process that I told you, social worker comes to you, that is the time you say, I'd like to know what I'm entitled to. And that social worker will go through the whole process of explaining to you exactly what it is. Yeah. So if I'm just wanting it for the heck of it, it's not going to happen. If your need is there and that social worker assesses your needs, yeah, because remember the social worker will have the psychology, the sociology, the whole lot. So you can't fool. Yeah. And it will be a holistic approach as to this is the person, these are the people around it, these are his needs. What do I do? Okay? Okay, that's it.
Thank you so much, Iqbal Bhai. That was a very useful and enlightening talk. Is there any more questions?
એના માટે તો હું આવ્યો છું કે તમને કહેવા સારું કે પ્લીઝ કાંઈ કરવું, આપણે કાંઈ કરવું જોઈએ. બધી જે જગાઓ જે છે એની અંદર ઓથોરિટીઝ જે છે જેની અંદર એડલ્ટ સોશિયલ કેર છે, જે ડીલ કરે છે એલ્ડરલીની, જે તમે કીધું કે આલ્ઝાઇમર્સ છે કે યા પછી ડિમેન્શિયા છે કે તમે કીધું કે બચાવનો સેપરેટ ડિપાર્ટમેન્ટ છે, હુ ડીલ વિથ ધ બચાવ જે ડિસેબલ. હા. Okay. Okay. Any. તમારી વાત સાચી છે, પણ ઇન્શાલ્લાહ તમને મળજો પછી આપણે વાત કરશું હું તમારા સાથે ઓન અ પર્સનલ લેવલ. કે ઓકે ઓકે. Sure. Okay, okay. Okay, okay. Nobody is denying that fact. Nobody can take that fact away from you. However, you have to look at your circumstances. Yeah? If you are able to do it to the extent that you're saying whatever, by all means. But then if you are not able to do it, and you're living them in living hell, basically, that you want to do it, but you can't do it. So what do you do? Yeah? So options are there. And then nobody is saying that if they go into a home that you're going to abandon them, are you? Yeah? You will give them that quality of life. Yeah? Visiting them, taking them out, all sorts you can do. But at the same time, making sure that they are in a safe environment, they are being well looked after. Yeah? And at the same time, you are able to manage your life in progressing whatever you need to progress. Everyone has their own lives to lead. Do you come across that a lot of time? Oh, but everybody is busy, we don't know what to do, how we are going to look after the person. So you look at your possibilities and circumstances and move on from there. Yes, sir.
They have to go and earn a living of their own, the way we've done.
Yes.
So it's not that we should not be
thanks. That's exactly the point that I mentioned before, that we have adhered to the culture rather than the religion. Yes? Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much for those comments and questions. Once again, we are very, very blessed to have both in fact Iqbal Bhai and also Dr. Hussein Bhai Jiwa to address us today. These are all very useful and topical, subjects that we should all be aware about. If you got any further questions, any personal questions you may want to ask both, I suppose they would be more than happy to answer those personal questions. And once again, I thank again Iqbal Bhai for his years of and very awesome, very useful topic that we should really think about social care, etc., etc. And inshallah, may Allah help us all. Alhamdulillah. Now I will request Iqbal Bhai Rashid to come and recite Surah Yasin for us, please. Please welcoming with loud salawat. Allahumma salli. टाइम जरा ओछो है हमारे पास। हाँ। इंशाल्लाह कोशिश करिए। Please.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ياسين والقرآن الحكيم إنك لمن المرسلين على صراط مستقيم. تنزيل العزيز الرحيم لتنذر قوما ما أنذر آباؤهم فهم غافلون. لقد حق القول على أكثرهم فهم لا يؤمنون. إنا جعلنا في أعناقهم أغلالا فهي إلى الأذقان فهم مقمحون. وجعلنا من بين أيديهم سدا ومن خلفهم سدا فأغشيناهم فهم لا يبصرون. وسواء عليهم أأنذرتهم أم لم تنذرهم لا يؤمنون. إنما تنذر من اتبع الذكرى وخشي الرحمن بالغيب فبشره بمغفرة وأجر كريم. إنا نحن نحيي الموتى ونكتب ما قدموا وآثارهم وكل شيء أحصيناه في إمام مبين. واضرب لهم مثلا أصحاب القرية إذ جاءها المرسلون إذ أرسلنا إليهم اثنين فكذبوهما فعززنا بثالث فقالوا إنا إليكم مرسلون. قالوا ما أنتم إلا بشر مثلنا وما أنزل الرحمن من شيء إن أنتم إلا تكذبون. قالوا ربنا يعلم إنا إليكم لمرسلون وما علينا إلا البلاغ المبين. قالوا إنا تطيرنا بكم لئن لم تنتهوا لنرجمنكم وليمسنكم منا عذاب أليم. قالوا طائركم معكم أئن ذكرتم بل أنتم قوم مسرفون. وجاء من أقصى المدينة رجل يسعى قال يا قوم اتبعوا المرسلين اتبعوا من لا يسألكم أجرا وهم مهتدون وما لي لا أعبد الذي فطرني وإليه ترجعون أأتخذ من دونه آلهة إن يردني الرحمن بضر لا تغني عني شفاعتهم شيئا ولا ينقذون إني إذا لفي ضلال مبين إني آمنت بربكم فاسمعون قيل ادخل الجنة قال يا ليت قومي يعلمون بما غفر لي ربي وجعلني من المكرمين وما أنزلنا على قومه من بعده من جند من السماء وما كنا منزلين إن كانت إلا صيحة واحدة فإذا هم خامدون يا حسرة على العباد ما يأتيهم من رسول إلا كانوا به يستهزئون ألم يروا كما أهلكنا قبلهم من القرون أنهم إليهم لا يرجعون وإن كل لما جميع لدينا محضرون وآية لهم الأرض الميتة أحييناها وأخرجنا منها حبا فمنه يأكلون وجعلنا فيها جنات من نخيل وأعناب وفجرنا فيها من العيون ليأكلوا من ثمره وما عملته أيديهم أفلا يشكرون سبحان الذي خلق الأزواج كلها مما تنبت الأرض ومن أنفسهم ومما لا يعلمون وآية لهم الليل نسلخ منه النهار فإذا هم مظلمون والشمس تجري لمستقر لها ذلك تقدير العزيز العليم والقمر قدرناه منازل حتى عاد كالعرجون القديم لا الشمس ينبغي لها أن تدرك القمر ولا الليل سابق النهار وكل في فلك يسبحون وآية لهم أنا حملنا ذريتهم في الفلك المشحون وخلقنا لهم من مثله ما يركبون وإن نشأ نغرقهم فلا صريخ لهم ولا هم ينقذون إلا رحمة منا ومتاعا إلى حين وإذا قيل لهم اتقوا ما بين أيديكم وما خلفكم لعلكم ترحمون وما تأتيهم من آية من آيات ربهم إلا كانوا عنها معرضين وإذا قيل لهم أنفقوا مما رزقكم الله قال الذين كفروا للذين آمنوا أنطعم من لو يشاء الله أطعمه إن أنتم إلا في ضلال مبين ويقولون متى هذا الوعد إن كنتم صادقين ما ينظرون إلا صيحة واحدة تأخذهم وهم يخصمون فلا يستطيعون توصية ولا إلى أهلهم يرجعون ونفخ في الصور فإذا هم من الأجداث إلى ربهم ينسلون قالوا يا ويلنا من بعثنا من مرقدنا هذا ما وعد الرحمن وصدق المرسلون إن كانت إلا صيحة واحدة فإذا هم جميع لدينا محضرون فاليوم لا تظلم نفس شيئا ولا تجزون إلا ما كنتم تعملون إن أصحاب الجنة اليوم في شغل فاكهون هم وأزواجهم في ظلال على الأرائك متكئون لهم فيها فاكهة ولهم ما يدعون سلام قولا من رب رحيم وامتازوا اليوم أيها المجرمون ألم أعهد إليكم يا بني آدم أن لا تعبدوا الشيطان إنه لكم عدو مبين وأن اعبدوني هذا صراط مستقيم ولقد أضل منكم جبلا كثيرا أفلم تكونوا تعقلون هذه جهنم التي كنتم توعدون اصلوها اليوم بما كنتم تكفرون اليوم نختم على أفواههم وتكلمنا أيديهم وتشهد أرجلهم بما كانوا يكسبون ولو نشاء لطمسنا على أعينهم فاستبقوا الصراط فأنى يبصرون ولو نشاء لمسخناهم على مكانتهم فما استطاعوا مضيا ولا يرجعون ومن نعمره ننكسه في الخلق أفلا يعقلون وما علمناه الشعر وما ينبغي له إن هو إلا ذكر وقرآن مبين لينذر من كان حيا ويحق القول على الكافرين أولم يروا أنا خلقنا لهم مما عملت أيدينا أنعاما فهم لها مالكون وذللناها لهم فمنها ركوبهم ومنها يأكلون ولهم فيها منافع ومشارب أفلا يشكرون واتخذوا من دون الله آلهة لعلهم ينصرون لا يستطيعون نصرهم وهم لهم جند محضرون فلا يحزنك قولهم إنا نعلم ما يسرون وما يعلنون أولم يرى الإنسان أنا خلقناه من نطفة فإذا هو خصيم مبين وضرب لنا مثلا ونسي خلقه قال من يحيي العظام وهي رميم قل يحييها الذي أنشأها أول مرة وهو بكل خلق عليم وهو بكل خلق عليم الذي جعل لكم من الشجر الأخضر نارا فإذا أنتم منه توقدون أوليس الذي خلق السماوات والأرض بقادر على أن يخلق مثلهم بلى وهو الخلاق العليم إنما أمره إذا أراد شيئا أن يقول له كن فيكون فسبحان الذي بيده ملكوت كل شيء وإليه ترجعون صدق الله العلي العظيم. الفاتحة. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. أحسنت.
Thank you, Iqbal Bhai, for the beautiful recitation of the Holy Quran, Surah Yasin. May I now request Mu'mineen to raise their hands and recite 5 times Amma Yujibul for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bring about peace in the world and also alleviate the sufferings of the oppressed people in the world, and for all your hajat. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. أَمَّنْ يُجِيبُ الْمُضْطَرَّ إِذَا دَعَاهُ وَيَكْشِفُ السُّوءَ 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 أَمَّنْ يُجِيبُ الْمُضْطَرَّ إِذَا دَعَاهُ وَيَكْشِفُ السُّوءَ. سورة المباركة الفاتحة. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين صراط المستقيم صراط الذين غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله الصمد May I now request Nazir Bhai Viriji to come and recite Ziyara, please. Thank you. Please rise for Ziyara.
Assalamu alaikum ya Rasulullah, assalamu alaikum ya Nabi Allah, assalamu alaikum ya Amir al-Mu'minin Sayyidin wa Sayyidin, assalamu alaikum ya Fatima al-Zahra, Sayyidati Nisa al-Alamin, assalamu alaikum ya Hassan al-Mustafa, assalamu alaikum ya Aba Abdullah al-Hussein, وأولاد الحسين وأصحاب الحسين السلام عليك يا شهداء كربلاء جميع ورحمة الله وبركاته السلام عليك يا مولانا وابن مولا السلام عليك يا غريب الغرباء السلام عليك يا سلطان أبو الحسن علي بن موسى رضا كن شفيعنا شفيع والدينا في يوم الجزاء ورحمة الله وبركاته السلام عليك يا مولانا صاحبي يا سبع الزمان سيدي الأمان 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 من فتنة الزمان السلام عليك يا خليفة الرحمن السلام عليك يا شريك القرآن السلام عليك يا كعبة الإيمان السلام عليك يا إمام الإنس والجان أجر الله تعالى فرجك وسهل الله تعالى مخرجك وزهورك ورحمة الله وبركاته اللهم صل على الرحمن الرحيم وهما كل وليك حجة ابن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وكائدا وناصرا ودليلا وعينا حتى تسكنه أرزقته